Like, share, and subscribe.
Right, so hey guys, welcome back to 2.5 Beards podcast. With Pranav.
Abs.
Rayon. I'll never not feel awkward doing this.
Nah, I mean, is it that awkward? Is it really?
I mean, we've only done one. This is our second one.
This is our second episode, so yeah, make sure you follow, guys, and subscribe to our podcast, especially to our friends. I mean, you're our friends, so
Like, share, and subscribe.
you're meant to support us as we support you.
Yeah.
Today's episode really is more based on who we are, which is
Yeah.
what.
So we
British
touched on it.
Asians.
We touched on it last week. But we're British Asians, South Asians. So
what does British Asian mean? What, like, when you say you're a British Asian, what does that actually mean?
doesn't like people from like China and Japan and stuff? They are they still British Asian?
They're British Asian, but
Yeah,
I've
we're
never
British
heard-
South Asian. We're
Yeah, that's why I said South
yeah,
Asian.
our backgrounds are South Asia. So
Yeah.
just to quickly run through it. Pranav South Indian. Abs,
Well, I'm from Kerala.
Abs the same.
Yeah,
South
Abs is
Indian.
from the same place.
My background. Both my parents from Pakistan.
I was born here. Me and Rayan were born here.
Yeah,
Abs
I was
actually
born in India.
India.
Yeah, I was born in. Shut up. I was born in India. Came here when I was what?
Don't know.
Two
Tell
and a
us,
half?
mate.
2.5, 3, something like
I
that.
don't know.
Shut up, man.
Do you remember?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah,
But basically,
so I was young.
yeah. The reason why we're going to be talking about this topic, so we just want to touch on it because I feel like it's a big part of why we started the podcast. Not to
Yeah.
get like obviously the whole point of us doing this was just because we didn't feel like there was that much Asian representation out
yeah.
there. Like to obviously not to there is some, but I mean to people
There's
that
a
we
lot.
relate to,
Yeah.
the things that we watch on YouTube and the people that we follow on socials and that.
On podcast influences.
Yeah, exactly.
or-
Not that
yeah,
we want to
etc.
become like that. We just want to put stuff out there to kind of just get it across, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just get it out there and just
So
try and make
yeah.
an active effort in doing so.
You know-
Really,
You know when you tick nationality, do you put British or
British
Indian?
normally in
or-
some if it gives
British
you
Indian.
if
That's
it
what
gives
it's
you
called.
if it gives you the option. Normally it depends what you're filling out.
Yeah.
But like I remember the other day I was on the phone to some guy, and he asked me what nationality I was, and I said British. But on application forms and that, I will say British Pakistani.
No, but it
because,
gives
Who
you
you
the
talking
option,
to
innit?
that's asking for your nationality like that?
I was on-
Hi, mate.
you know, remember, so-
yeah, what's your nationality?
So I was talking. I was basically going through a questionnaire because I was trying to put an application down,
yeah,
to-
fair enough.
a credit application down for something that I was purchasing, and I haven't purchased it yet.
What,
But-
like that? Yeah.
No,
I think
no.
we can guess it.
No, obviously I said I was looking to buy a car, and I haven't
Oh,
bought.
okay,
I haven't
so
got
it's
a new.
just-
I haven't got a
yeah,
new
You
car
can buy a
yet.
car on credit card.
No, I'm not
Fine,
buying a
bro.
car on credit card.
Are you fucking
I had to fill out a credit application. and they asked
Anyways,
my
we're digressing at it.
nationality.
But back to the so
Yes.
So
British
Asian
nation-
representation. So, one of the main reasons, like, we started, as we were saying when we started the podcast.
Yeah, just what I
was
said
just
basically.
that, yeah.
I mean, just
So-
copying what he
I'm
said.
just
Yeah,
bringing,
You
I'm
should
just
feel
bringing
quite
this
disrespected by that.
I'm just bringing us back into the conversation.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah, anyways,
okay.
Asian representation. Yeah, I've said it a third time. I'm sure you know what this podcast is actually about now because fucking we've said it three times.
We've
now.
said it.
But
we've said it bare
basically, we don't feel like there's representation in the in. I mean,
There's not many.
There is.
No,
It's
no,
you know
no,
what?
you've got to
Alright,
word
okay,
it right.
okay.
You've got to word
Alright,
it
We'll
right.
get- we'll get
alright,
straight
I'll
into
just,
it.
I just started
Yeah,
speaking,
we'll-
but like,
We'll get straight into it. So
Yeah.
when
like,
you think about British Asians, who can you
What do
envision?
you imagine?
Yeah, like who do you see? Like,
yeah.
so
name some.
in all
Ray.
honesty,
Ray, name
like,
some,
like
Yeah, so-
people, like famous people.
Yeah,
like,
go on.
you just
I don't
said
know.
you just said Rayan name some.
You're not Rihanna. Abs. Go on.
I feel like we keep cutting abs off. You'll have your time in a second.
Shut up. Man.
But
Oh wait.
yeah, so, to be honest with you, when we were chatting about obviously discussing this on a podcast because I feel like it's something we've always sort of touched on before.
Yeah.
So when this question first got asked, and obviously the first thing that come into my mind was who out there. The first person that always comes to my mind is Riz
Riz
Ahmed.
Ahmed. Do you know what I was
Yeah,
gonna say the same thing?
Because I've actually seen him obviously he's in Star Wars, not in a big role, but he played a
And obviously
secondary
you're
role in
Muslim
Star
as
Wars.
well, and you're Pakistani, and he's Muslim.
Exactly.
Pakistani.
Pakistani, yeah.
So he was the first person that come into my mind, and apart
Pakistani,
from apart from him and that guy actually, that was
Not
Not the
so you're saying he's a
Pakistani
role model, yeah?
no, he's not. But yeah, so he was the first person that come into my mind, and in all honesty, and I'm not trying to disrespect anyone else out there who is a public British South Asian figure, but I couldn't actually. No one else really came into my mind. But then when I searched up like a few people, as in so people who are British Asian.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dev Patel from Slumdog Millionaire, and he's been in a few things. He came up, and then the people from EastEnders, like
Tamwa from EastEnders.
Yeah, he's big
He's
now.
in Tenet, innit?
Yeah, he's big now. He's been
Oh,
in a couple
shit,
movies.
was he?
He's in Tenet,
oh,
he's in
I didn't even clock that.
Yeah, because you were
So-
asleep.
Oh
for
yeah,
the
I
movie.
can't lie. That movie put me to fucking sleep.
Oh
And-
shit.
That
But
movie's
anyways,
so
I think about more.
No, but
The-
does
the
any of
most
them
FaceTime that
represent
I see-
you though?
Okay,
That's the question.
nah, we'll get onto that. I'm just talking about just in general.
As in
like,
public
people that we see-
figures
yeah.
and that.
So public
is
figures.
there anyone
All I think
different-
about is politics.
Okay, so
All I
I
think
don't, I
about is
don't think of that
comedians.
stuff because I don't.
I
I
feel
don't
like there's
watch
bare
that.
No, but
comedians.
but it's in the news. Like the number 2 of the
I
country,
feel like
which is
you're-
the chancellor. He's
Yeah.
he's the second most powerful man in the world.
Yeah, I mean, to me, they're
he's
not
Asian.
Yeah, to me, they're not.
And then what? We've got Sajid Javid, who's a big
Yeah.
major player in
Priti
the
Patel.
Preeti Patel, who got done for bullying. I mean,
She didn't get done.
she was the bully.
I know
the
her.
advisor
For,
got
I know
fired.
her for other reasons, but
and then
What? Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
not politics.
Sadiq.
Huh?
Not in that way.
What are you
Cancel,
talking
cancel,
Okay,
about?
let's,
cancel.
you know what? Let's just
Anyways,
move
but,
past.
Sadiq Khan.
I was talking about Twitter. You didn't.
Oh.
You lot didn't
Sadiq
get what I
Khan.
said.
Sadiq Khan.
Sadiq Khan, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
Sadiq Khan.
Skepta tweeting.
No, but,
Yeah.
bro, like none of them are like our age though. Like
They're older now, but then that's what I'm saying. When you're growing up, that's who you're gonna see.
it's true.
I mean,
yeah.
are they a good representation of us as people, as Asians, as British
no.
Asians?
No, not really.
Are you saying that because they're in a Conservative party? Because if they were in Labour, would you have a
No,
different
Wait,
view?
wait, what did I
politicians,
say?
'Cause-
no man.
But what
like,
about? So you don't have a positive opinion on Sadiq Khan?
I don't have a positive opinion on any politicians.
Do you know what's mad? Politicians didn't come into my mind at all.
Yeah, same.
And-
Yeah,
Until-
but they're public
until you
figures.
mention the
Yeah,
word
but they are
politician.
public
Yeah.
figures.
They are public figures, but obviously, it just depends on what you're into. Obviously, like for me, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of shows. I watch a lot, like when I come in my free time, like I'll just watch a lot of stuff in it on YouTube and like programs, movies, shows. Not so much now as I did before, but I don't give a I don't personally don't give a shit because I don't believe in any of these politicians. So I don't
It's not about
listen.
believing
I don't
in them,
listen.
but
No,
like,
but it's like I don't pay
get what you
attention to
mean.
it.
but like,
I don't
okay,
give
when
my
we look
attention
at
to
Rishi
that
Sunak,
stuff.
do we see him as a good person?
I honestly couldn't
No, but
tell
you
you.
Couldn't
can't
tell.
say that though, because like.
But no, that's
what
that's
we
their
value,
image.
what a good
Like,
person is, might not.
Do you
be
think?
what someone
Okay,
else
but do you
values,
think they
though.
represent the Asian community?
Doesn't
well?
represent me. That's all I.
Okay,
can
do
say.
you know
what
what?
about the Asian
They don't
community?
No, you know
Bro,
to
I
answer
can't
your
say
question.
that because obviously there's other Asians. Like there's different types of Asian people.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe
think-
But do you
he
feel
does represent
okay
them
as an Asian? Then do you feel confident that they're in places
let
of power?
me say one
to
thing
support
first.
the
Yeah?
Asian community.
Abs, let me
Not
say
even just
I don't
support the
think so.
Asian community.
let me
but
say
just
something.
like
yeah, I
let me
don't
say
think
one thing before I forget. Yeah, I don't feel like we should like. I'm not saying. Obviously, Pranav just asked. Are they good representatives of the Asian community? I don't feel like that's something we can even talk about because it's about what we feel is relatable. Like we said, the whole
Yeah.
reason of us doing this was we don't feel like there's representation in what we are into.
yeah,
Whether-
but
and
it's
like-
also
Yeah.
So-
it's also
so-
about
so that's
representation
what I'm
and how they're
saying.
representing us.
Yeah, but if you're
Because
talking
really-
if you're talking about
No,
Asian
but-
representation in general, but the thing is, there's people in every industry from different backgrounds, but I'm saying less so in ones that. So, for example, in politics, yeah, there's some British South Asian politicians.
It's quite a
Okay,
few, you know.
but that's not what we're. That's
We're
not.
not
that's-
here
yeah,
to discuss that.
That's
Though.
not
We're
where
talking about
Yeah, that's not. We're
like people our age who actually like we can look at and say, oh, he's just like me.
Yeah,
Like,
there's not a lot like football.
I
Like
can't
football,
think
of
like
any.
sportsmen.
I can't think of any.
Yeah, but we can't just restrict it to one side of the conversation, which is entertainment. We should look at it as a whole.
No, I'm not talking about entertainment. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
it's
in
not so
any-
much
Yeah, but
entertainment
sports,
because
music,
obviously there's
movies, that all comes under entertainment.
obviously there's Bollywood, but we can't relate to that because we're not from there. Like, do you know? Like,
I
as
mean,
in-
we are from there.
But
you know what I
to
mean,
be
as
fair,
in,
yeah,
as in,
I
we
found a
can't
list
relate
of
to
like British
a lot of
Asian-
things in those movies.
Yeah, I mean, I found a list of British Asian celebrities.
Go on.
So like obviously Riz Ahmed,
Yeah, he for me is the
said
only one that comes in my mind.
Dev Patel.
Yeah.
You got Jay Sean. He might be out of his time, but I'm sure we all listen to Jay Sean.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
keep going.
Jimmy Mystery.
Who's that?
Mystery. Do you know? Come on, you should know him.
I actually don't know who that
Search
is.
him. Jimmy Mystery.
I don't know my
Mystery.
phone.
Who's that?
Mystery. Search him.
I don't.
Yeah, you search.
Abs, you got your phone.
Everyone search. Go on. next one.
MIA, Mia.
MIA.
Bro, I
I'm
don't know
sure you
half
would have
these
heard their
people.
songs, but these are
Nah. They're Asian,
they're Asian, bro.
bro.
This
Like,
is what I just when I googled.
Oh,
That's Mia or MIA.
that's Jimmy Mystery.
I feel like I've
I'm
seen it
sure
before.
you've seen his face before.
Probably.
Yeah, I've seen his face, but I
Jimmy
couldn't
Mystery.
tell you what I've seen him in. Is he?
Zayn Malik.
Okay, so Zayn Malik was another one, but it's like he doesn't. Okay,
You don't think
I-
he
I know, hold on,
represents the
wait,
culture
he's-
or like he's in tune with his
Asian
cultural
side.
side?
look,
Yeah.
I don't know
I
him
don't
like
think so.
that. I don't know him
But
like
do
that.
you
But what
think
I'm
that's
He doesn't
bad?
show
Do you
it.
think
He
that's
doesn't
bad?
show
Yeah,
it.
as in
It's
what
not bad,
what he
but
puts out
I
there.
can't. It doesn't represent me because I'm a person who's got like I've got Asian culture.
Can you look up
and-
to him as a role model if you're a kid?
No, I can't.
You know what?
I
Yeah,
can't.
someone like Riz Ahmed, and I actually got mad. Like
Rating bears.
I got a very
Shout out
high
4
ratings
Lions.
for him.
You like that movie? Yeah.
Four lines.
Shout out Fahad. But nah, with Riz Ahmed, yeah, I just feel like he is quite unapologetic about that stuff. Like he's in the industry and he's very respected in the industry as well. I feel like from what it looks like to me on the just
Yeah.
looking in anyway, like he's been in respectable, highly rated shows. Like The Night Of, I don't know if you'd have seen it.
No,
No,
that's a new movie.
No, The Night Of, the series, the HBO series,
no,
The Night
no,
Of.
I've seen it.
If you lot haven't seen it, just watch it. Just generally, like, it's sick. And he's in it. He plays a leading role in that, and he's sick. Obviously, Star Wars, and he was in. I feel like he was in obviously things before, but I just feel like he's been to America. He's known
Isn't that,
there.
that movie?
He's known there. He's been on things like the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and I remember watching,
Yeah, no,
listening
I've seen
to
interviews of him.
Yeah,
He's big.
listening
He's
to a
got a
piece.
movie out this year as well.
And the thing is, he'll always mention where he's from. He'll mention he's a British Pakistani.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And
when
when
people
you compare that to like
exactly,
Zayn
I
Malik,
remember him being
he'll
on.
just say I'm from Bradford.
I remember him being on one of
that's
them.
Bradford.
That's a whole nother like topic.
Yeah,
innit? Like,
I remember him being Riz Ahmed,
Saying
yeah,
where you're from.
being on one of them big American talk shows, Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, one of them ones there, and he was talking about one of his experience coming into an American airport. I think it was must have been New York airport, or I don't know, an American
JFK.
airport, and how he's always got stopped. I don't know if you lot saw that video.
I think
on
I've
YouTube.
heard of that. Yeah, you always get
Yeah,
stopped.
he
and he's
said a
searching.
story on one of those shows, and he mentions that as one of his experiences. So it's just that sort of stuff is like
Normal.
I'm not saying
Like,
you have
normal.
to put it
In America,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not saying you have to
normal.
put it in
Bro,
people's
like
faces.
the Indian previous Indian president, I forgot his name.
Wow, you're Indian. You don't remember the president.
Abdul
Do you
Kamal.
Yeah.
Abdul Kamal, I think he's called.
That's not him.
He was like a scientist, like he's proper, like he's famous. Like, I mean, he was the president of India.
Well, and he got stopped.
Yeah, and he got stopped in America. Like, do you know how mad that is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
but
just
it's just the point of me saying that point was just to show that he's been big and he is big and he's like he's the only person I feel like gives a very respectable and good representation without hiding, or not hiding, but just not
Hiding
displaying
would be
where
the
you're
wrong word.
actually
Yeah.
from. Like,
Do you
And to
think?
be honest,
do you
I'm
think,
proudly
yeah,
showing
do you think that that's because they're slightly older than us? But do you think that's because that generation of their parents didn't support, or even the generation they grew up with, they didn't support like Asians in the entertainment field or expressing
Oh, that's
arts
so
and,
real. That's so
like-
like
yeah,
'cause
possibly.
so
even
real.
now, if there's an Asian artist, and we don't actually know if there's actually any Asian artists that are out
Artists
there,
as in
like musicians,
Okay,
movie
just generally
stars,
speaking,
movie
yeah.
stars, comedians. Like, I don't.
I just feel like
Or
they're not pushed
footballers
in.
as well, sports
football.
stuff.
Nah,
like,
football,
in
Asian
sports.
representations in football.
Yeah.
Sports as well,
and
unless
sports.
it's cricket. Unless it's cricket.
Cricket.
Cricket's you'll be listen. If
You
if
know
our
what?
parents
That's
saw us
another
playing for a
thing.
cricket team, they'll be proud. Realistically, in the heart,
Yeah.
that's what they grew up.
That's another thing I didn't think of though, because obviously our primary sport is football in terms of what we watch is football.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
But-
no Asian footballers
in
apart from
England,
Chowdhury.
no, but in England,
I think.
like England's cricket team,
Yeah,
there's a few young British Pakistanis and British Indians coming through.
Indian
Mo-
cricket team.
yeah. No, British
England's
England.
cricket team.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
There is,
young
yeah.
But
British,
that's the same with there's a
Pakistani
lot of,
and Indian.
there's-
And
yeah.
then, yeah.
Quite, like, but this generation, like obviously Moeen Ali is one of them, who,
What about
and he's
Harbhajan
very
Singh?
he's very
He's-
unapologetic.
He's Indian, bro. He plays for the Indian team.
No, he ain't.
Harbhajan Singh. This guy is so done out here.
Oh no, he is.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
No,
you,
but
you don't watch any other sport other than football,
There's
innit?
Adil Rashid, who
Adil Rashid, yeah.
yeah, and there was a young Indian one as well, that 19-year-old guy. Obviously, I know a bit about cricket, that
yeah,
gap
but
in-
me,
yeah.
because I did I basically did PE from GCSE all the way to
Yeah,
my
his sport
degree.
was
My
cricket.
degree was in sports science as well.
Yeah, that's quite. Do you know what? That's quite rare because you never see like Asians doing sports science or
Yeah.
anything
like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we took traditional routes, which
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
but Abs took.
I'll
go on,
let-
go
I'll
on,
let
and
Abs-
tell
yeah,
tell
I'll let
tell
Abs
the
finish.
tell the audience like what you guys
I
did.
did
innit?
economics
Yeah.
and accounting.
Yeah, so
And-
I did economics as well, but I feel like that links back to what you were saying before with like
That's actually
Obviously-
mad, you know, 'cause
obviously
even
our
his
pa-
brother. It's the same. That just shows that his parents are like.
Yeah, my brother's doing
yeah,
graphic
your,
they-
you know
design.
what,
they
so,
let you follow
yeah,
your
parents
what you
push
wanna
your
do.
creative sides, which is good because you've gone into a more sport. Well, not now, but you did go into a more sports route, and if you wanted to, you
could still
could
pursue it,
You
yeah.
could no, you
Yeah.
could have gone into
But
that more,
the-
but and obviously your brother's gone into more an artistic thing,
But
which is
I
good.
can't lie. I don't think it's because my parents are open minded or anything.
think it
feel
is,
like
though.
no. You know why? Because my family as a whole, like my dad's side and my mum's side, they've been into sports. Like everyone in my family played a sport. Like my mum used to do like athletics.
Okay,
and stuff.
okay. That's sports though, yeah.
Like,
But
and
what
my
about-
mum used to paint. She used to dance.
Okay, so that's why she got your
like,
brother.
yeah. So my granddad still does like art. Like he draws. Like he's 97.
That's
like,
good
he still
though,
draws in that.
because I feel like that's not like the thing is obviously I'm saying we can only speak from our
Oh,
experiences.
yeah, Monty Panesar, that's who I was talking about, the cricketer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about him. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
he was.
Considering, I
Harbhajan
mean,
Singh.
Do you know what? It's because I always remember Harbhajan Singh, bruv, when I used to watch cricket.
but yeah,
He's
but
quite a
what I
famous
was-
face.
What I was saying about the we were talking about the eight parents pushing thing, like
Yeah, the support groups.
yeah.
So yeah, so do you guys feel like it's
that was the whole
it's
module for
it's
me.
changed.
A-level PE
support groups?
support groups.
Yeah,
like,
but do you think
who pushes
do you think
in your family?
do you think we don't even
Because it's a
not-
big part of it. Like
not
when
even
it's
just
big part
family
of
though,
sports.
but like as fans, if there's any,
we're not trying to blame our parents, by the way.
No,
but
no, no.
but as in but or
There is as well.
No, but no, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like you can't blame them because that's what they've been taught. Like that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what they've seen. So they
I don't know what it is. I don't think it's I don't think it's like a conscious thing.
Okay.
It's definitely
Yeah.
subconscious,
subconscious, yeah.
where
Yeah.
they push you into
Definitely.
100%
Because
a more
it's a-
academic
it's a-
route.
yeah
because they want you to be
definitely.
stable. They want you
yeah,
to be stable.
it's
and
very
that's
rare
the-
that you find like Asians doing like
Obviously, yeah.
like
art.
more art.
You know
and
what?
I've seen it more
performance.
recently.
I'll say
Yeah,
one
the
thing.
bar.
Obviously, for me, obviously, I come from a Muslim background, so not to like what I mean by that is obviously singing and dancing and stuff like that. It was never pushed.
It's haram.
It was never pushed. You know
Haram.
what I mean? Yeah. Like it was never. Yeah, because it's
Hey, you listen to drill though, nah? We got him.
okay. Point being, it was never pushed. Not that
Yeah,
I can.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
that I can fucking sing because I can't. But
I mean, give us a note. Go on.
no, not that I can sing or dance. But yeah, it was never pushed from. Like it was never pushed. Like
Yeah, because
even
what we were
with sports.
taught, maths, English, science. Make
To
sure
be
you're
honest,
good in that.
my brother was really
Maths
good.
especially.
My brother was really good at football at a young age, but then he just put on a bit
But-
of weight and just stopped himself.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
my mum. To be in fairness, my mum has always made an effort to put me and my brother and now my younger brother and sister in extracurricular things. Whether it came like we went to a football club, we went to a cricket club.
Yeah, my
But I
parents
did
pushed that.
taekwondo for a bit.
Yeah, I did that with swimming and karate.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, and swimming. So she 100% pushed that stuff, and I don't know why. Maybe,
But maybe-
I feel maybe with us we just. I feel like when it comes to exam time,
No, we were just
It's
more
like
focused
pushed.
on. I feel like our parents just made us focus on, or made us like learn to focus on just those like the maths.
as in
English,
that's your
the
priority.
yeah.
Yeah,
Rather
that's
than-
your priority.
You can have your.
But of course, though, learning and education is something that's a priority. And
But there is
Yeah.
opportunity out there in the creative industry as well.
I
Entertainment.
feel like
industry.
if you show
I feel like-
talent, if you
yeah.
show talent from a young
So
age, you're
would
pushed
you
into
say?
it.
Would you say then? It's not that
Maybe
they're
we're
not
just
getting the
not talented,
opportunity.
innit?
I'm not talking about.
No,
I'm saying,
okay.
would you say that it's not that there's no opportunity for Asians, but it's just that Asians aren't consciously doing.
No,
like,
alright.
Oh, so
I'll
that's
say-
the
stuff.
argument I think that's meant
I'll
there
say
to be
something on
had.
this is that when you're younger, say you're 10, you're watching football, or
You don't see Asians.
you don't
on
see
TV.
Asians on TV.
So there,
which
that's
is-
true. Yeah.
You don't see Asians playing football. You don't
But
see
that's what I'm saying,
Asian
like-
artists. You don't see like okay maybe Jay Sean, but she'll be like, oh, he's Indian. But do you think back then? Do you think we supported him like how people's fan bases are now? Like,
Yeah.
if there was an Indian footballer that came onto the
Oh, bro, like Chowdhury for like he's Bengali.
yeah,
Chowdhury's
South
Bengali.
Asian. Yeah, sorry.
So-
I keep
But he's
thinking
not
He's South
big.
Asian.
Yeah, but he's not
South
big,
Asian.
so
He's
like-
not that big, and I support him. Like
Yeah,
when I
but-
see him play, I'm like, yeah, I want him to do good.
What's Chupomoting? Where's he from?
No, he's not. He's bro. He's
Sorry, not
um,
Chupomoting. Who's
Bro,
that?
what is
United.
it with
Sorry,
your names?
who's that United player? The youngster.
Oh yeah. I fully
It
forgot
begins
his
with a
name,
C.
you
That's
know?
why I said Chupomoting. I don't know why I said
Fully
Chupomoting.
forgot his name.
But
bro.
anyways, yeah. So
He's
when we
good.
were
Chong.
No,
yeah,
Chong's
Chong.
Dutch.
Oh, okay.
He's from Holland. And we do have a Asian player. I think it's called
Yeah.
Zola or something. We do
Yeah,
have
but
an
the
Asian
thing is, there's
player.
no Asians on TV. I didn't see any movie stars that were Asian apart from Bollywood.
Yeah.
But obviously, as British Asians, we're not gonna be in a
I think,
Bollywood
I
movie.
think
bro.
EastEnders
Like,
was the first time I saw
Some people
Asians
dream of
in a TV show.
yeah.
Like, I think EastEnders was the first time I saw Asians in a TV
Yeah, no,
show.
movies and obviously stuff like I remember like so my dad's always watched EastEnders in it. So when I was growing up, I would watch
Oh,
it
my
with
mum
him.
used
a
to
lot
EastEnders
of
used
the
to
time.
sick, bro. It
So-
used to be sick.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
was
what I'm saying
addicted
is
to
there was a whole like I feel like they was a show that I think,
But they
and
represented
something
it in
that
a-
done-
The Masouds in it.
yeah,
But
they were
weren't,
the first
bruh,
ones
like,
that come on.
man.
They weren't representative though. Like, would you used to watch it in it? Did they represent Muslim families?
No, I'm not saying they represent every Muslim family because
But they were famous. Like they were in the
Yeah.
in the
100% they
media.
don't, 100% they don't represent my family.
you know they're not
but
Muslims
What I'm
either,
saying
like,
is, but
they
it's
have to explain.
representation though.
Yeah,
What I'm saying is representation, and what I'm saying is they weren't treated any different to any other family in the show.
Yeah.
They were treated as
they
an
were
equal.
int-
They got the
yeah.
same amount of screen time.
You never saw any discrimination. or
Yeah,
anything like that.
exactly,
But I mean,
like,
they're not
well, they-
allowed to like. Well, they can't show that to make a point.
To make
or
a point
something.
of it, yeah, of course. I think they did that on a couple of occasions. And
Yeah.
obviously, they did that whole gay Muslim thing.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Saeed.
like it was
Man like Saeed.
they gave both sides of the story,
Why you
no
saying
matter
Saeed
how
like
it
that,
was
bro?
It's Saeed,
portrayed.
isn't it?
Yeah. Now, why are you saying that? Why are you mentioning Saeed? What about the other one? What about Tamwa?
Tamwa.
I used to get called Tamwa back in
Same
secondary
mums.
school. Yeah, mums, because I had the square glasses. I was chubby in it,
But
So-
Tamwa wasn't. I swear he was mad. He was just skinny.
and he was kind of like, no, he wasn't. He had like chubby cheeks. He was a
Mm.
bit like chubby. I used to get told by that.
I'm
In his
dead.
peak.
Pull out some facts.
I don't really have that many facts, you know. I mean, all right.
guy.
So we don't really see much in sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned,
Music
like-
wise, nothing.
Yeah.
Really.
Music wise, like,
Like,
you just
okay, so
mentioned-
do you
the people
think it-
just
Let's
mentioned, I
put it
didn't-
let's
I've
put it
never
like
heard
this, yeah. In every industry,
Let's-
I feel like hold on, wait. In every industry, what we can say is that we're probably the least represented.
Whoa.
We're probably the least represented minority.
Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Nah,
Not in
that's
every.
cap,
Not in.
that's cap.
I would say
No.
just in entertainment.
In football and entertainment,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
But
fine.
in-
Wait,
alright,
hold on, wait.
let's-
Not in every industry,
That's
because
cap.
not in every industry, because in the IT
Cap.
industry we're probably massive. But I mean,
In the what?
Said the IT industry.
but
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
talking about main. I'm
That's
talking
just
about.
stereotyping, bro.
Well, I'm not talking. No, but that's facts. Like banking. That's the typical, isn't it? The typical
Alright,
Yeah.
one.
and that's and
What
same
I'm
goes
saying
with
is-
politics as well, because when you think of parliament,
You're not
That's-
listening now, but
yeah.
you're not
That's
you're not
easy,
hearing
like-
what I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
but
fine.
that's
I'm-
true, it's
let me
part of
correct myself. The main like the public industries rather like entertainment
Yeah.
and that covers music,
modeling,
like
Listen,
music,
I'll-
movies, all of
music,
that stuff.
modeling, actors.
Modeling,
I'll
I don't.
put sports-
Modeling,
no,
I don't
listen,
know
listen.
because I
I'll
don't look
give
at
you guys-
modeling.
When I'm saying
But-
modeling, yeah, I'm looking at when you go on a page like a shop or anything. Do you see Asian models? Like no.
Lately, I have. I've seen like
some.
a couple.
Obviously
Some.
nowadays a lot of brands are making conscious efforts to
Yeah.
include
But
representation.
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I'll
in
give you
terms
guys.
of
But I'm saying in general, like,
sizes,
from your-
colours,
like,
and all
I'll
that.
give you guys the maddest example of there being no Asian representation. A couple of years ago, do you man remember that Nike advert that came out? That the London Culture Nike
Yeah,
advert
yeah.
with Skepta and Giggs and
yeah.
I think I
like,
know what you're talking
bare
about.
people were on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It had
Of Giggs.
every single culture except from South Asian. Like it was mad to me. Like literally every single culture of London was in that advert except from South Asia.
And
And
to-
then I did some research. I found out that out of all the minorities, the South Asian community makes up the bulk. Like they're the biggest minority basically.
Oh yeah. I got some facts on that actually.
Like,
So, if you want
we're
some
the
fa-
biggest.
You know what? I
minority.
want to before
And
Pranav
we
jumps
have
in.
the-
Before Pranav jumps in with the facts, yeah, I want to correct what I said before and change what I said into and because I didn't make my point very well. What I'd say is we're the least represented minority in media, in
Yeah.
British and global
Okay.
media.
Yeah, that's true. I'll
Not
give you that.
including Bollywood.
I'll give you that.
When
I'll
I'm
give you
saying
that. I'll
like
give you that.
like Western
that makes
media.
more sense. It's true. That's true.
Yeah, Western media. Yeah.
Yeah, when you compare them to like people of obviously white people, but
Black
white and
people.
European people, but
Oh,
like
okay.
African and people of African and Caribbean descent.
Yeah. And
Also,
black-
I feel
yeah,
like we're a lot
Yeah.
we're a
Or, like,
lot
even
less
East Asian
represented
people.
than
Even East Asian people as well. Like
Yeah, but do you think
Japanese,
that's because?
Chinese,
Do you think that's because
Korean?
America has a
Imagine
has,
like
has a
that-
decent
I know for
East Asian
Num-
population?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you an
maybe.
example, yeah, obviously, and the thing is we've seen how much representation can mean to people just through Black Panther, like having a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
and
But-
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah, carry on.
I didn't hear about it as much in the on my socials and stuff, but apparently, I don't know if you lot have seen it. There's a movie called Crazy Rich Asians
Oh,
based
East
on
Asian.
oh gosh, I don't even want to say which part of East Asia.
Yeah,
I
but-
think it was Hong Kong or China. I think.
Yeah. I think they're Chinese.
It was
yeah.
based off of them, and I think that was meant a lot to a lot of British / American, maybe not British, but
East Asian.
something like
Asian.
yeah,
American.
like
yeah.
East Asian people.
That's like
I don't
So-
think we've
so
ever
I'm
had that.
saying- I'm
Oh,
saying-
Slumdog Millionaire.
No,
yeah,
but-
but that's
But that
that's-
was more Bollywood.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
that
it
was
more
like
Bollywood.
that was more
It was
Bollywood than
more- yeah,
Hollywood.
it
Like,
was.
But like,
and again, how like
Life of Pi.
yeah,
Not
but
really.
that's very like.
well, it didn't embrace culture.
No,
Like
it did. It did embrace
what
it.
Life of Pi.
Yeah, yeah.
But I swear that wasn't based here.
No,
Or
it was
actually,
based in,
I
it
said-
was based in India.
Oh, you mean like our culture here?
no, I'm saying
Like London
imagine. No,
culture.
I'm saying imagine. So like you see how.
But like,
I'll
I'll
use-
use Asian TV shows
No,
apart
I'm
from
not-
Man Like Mobeen, which
yeah,
is like a
I'm not.
comedy
trying to
show. It's
compare.
out of
I'm not trying to
Asian
compare to.
stereotypes, no?
I'm not trying to compare too much to other minorities, but I'm just saying, like, we are the least represented out of other people from other minorities
In the media, yeah.
in
100%.
the media, yeah. So that's what I meant in the media and probably in some
Media and
sports,
entertainment.
some sports, yeah. Like obviously cricket, I feel like we're good.
Represented.
Okay,
Like,
so
yeah.
this will lead to
but
my next
apart
question,
from
which
that-
is, do you think it's because we as British Asians, we don't push that agenda of,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like let's get them in football, like okay, come,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
again,
definitely.
I'm going back to that
There-
support
that's a
group.
part.
as
I
friends,
don't
as
know.
support-
You know
as
what?
supporters, because
don't-
all right, so if let me finish this. If there was a British Asian artist that embraced Asian culture, as well as it's just I feel like a lot of people go to American, and once they go American, they lose sight of the British people, British
You know
Asians
what?
in England.
It's not so much-
like, for example, Zayn Malik. We can't connect with Zayn Malik.
The
So-
thing is,
because his team's probably white. His team's he caters for.
let me jump
white
in.
music.
Yeah, let me jump in. It's not so much that they have to go out there and stick off fucking culture in your face.
No, not
like
stick
no,
it out.
no, that's not what I'm even saying. Like, I'm not saying go out there and be like and wave the fucking flags. Like,
As in, are there institutions though to
no, but
push
I'm not-
British Asians
yeah,
forward?
probably not. But what I want to correct is that it's not so much that we want people to put the culture out there too much. It's just that having someone that's like us, like we don't go around to people that we work with and people that we like our friends and stuff. And but if we have
We'll talk about our culture,
if we have culture embedded in us, it will naturally come out anyway.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
in your
mean?
habits, in the way the food you eat, the way you
exactly, in the
talk,
way you talk, and if like you're not ashamed to talk about certain things that are in your household
And you
because they
shouldn't
might
be.
be more related to your culture, like. But I'm just saying, having someone that's like us. You mentioned Zayn Malik there, but he's half Pakistani,
yeah.
but it's like he doesn't say anything. Like for me, I don't. Firstly, he's not from where we're from. He's from Bradford.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not even that. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say this because I don't know. But it's not as if we just can't relate to him. That's the point. That there's no relatable figures out there. And going back to your question about is there institutions set up to push that?
No.
I don't know.
I feel like
The thing is,
it's
if there are for other minorities, then
No,
it's got to be.
It's a mixture of two. It's a mixture of two. It's the fact that Asian parents, most Asian parents, I'm not like categorizing Asian parents, most
But it's
of
not even
them,
about
they
parents.
don't
Though. It's
push-
about schools and
No. What I mean is, like we start with the way when we started this conversation of, we mentioned how parents don't push children towards creative stuff. They would want academic first. So that plays a part, I believe, in this. Like,
but then it's like
if a kid shows like some, like if they want to kind of pursue acting, for example, their parents would kind of discourage them and put them more towards the academic side if they're in the Asian community, I feel like. And then on top of that, I feel like there isn't a structure in, like, I don't feel like there is a structure in place, like,
it's like
especially
you used to
in,
play
like,
football.
sports
Though.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
you used to play football,
Yeah.
and you were shit now, but he was decent at it. But were you in terms of school? You ever pushed?
No, never for football.
Like, as in, did you always see other people get pushed? Like,
But football's different, because football you need to be like,
What
I'm
do
a
you
really
think-
bad example.
You know
for
what?
football.
Yeah. You know
Because
what?
I know someone at uni who's Asian. He was in the first team at uni.
yeah,
He used to play for England under 21s. Like, so he was definitely pushed, because he went to England. He was pushed more than me, definitely.
Yeah.
But I remember him telling me one time, like, one of the main reasons they didn't take him any further was perhaps because he was Asian, because he was the only Asian there. But similarly, like, I feel like
He said that to
do you guys know who Adam McCullough is?
no. Adam McCullough, the
YouTuber,
United one.
Yeah. So he did this piece on Asian representation in football, and he kind of covered a lot of it, and he's done a lot of research, and it's like a lot of the time FA and coaches, we actually learned about this in sports science as well. Like when I did the social science part of sports science, coaches and everything, there's a stereotype that Asians, like South Asians, they're unfit, as in they lack stamina. They lack strength. And like speed and stuff like that. Like,
and they're only good for cricket.
Yeah,
because
so
that's
basically,
what I've heard a lot.
like,
When
obviously
I've played,
cricket.
obviously I'm not good at football.
Cricket obviously
but that's what you
requires energy, but it doesn't require that consistent energy that you need for a sport like football.
But then there's hockey.
And there's that's the thing. That's what's really weird. But hockey's not a big sport here.
Yeah, but it's
India's national sport.
India's national sport, but it's a very intense.
Yeah,
I think it's quite big in Pakistan as well.
yeah. But see, that's why it kind of contradicts what these like
Guys
coaches
say,
and stuff
yeah,
are saying,
yeah.
because they basically don't select these Asian footballers and stuff because they believe that they don't have the physicality to succeed.
Yeah,
So
they're
they basically
smaller than the average.
stereotype it, and because of that, I feel like a lot of Asians go towards cricket because it is less physically demanding.
Yeah, you don't need to use your physicality against people. It's not, you're not touching
if you want to
people.
avoid physicality altogether, you can just be a batsman, or you
Not
can
even batsman, just be a
spin
fielder.
bowler.
Yeah, or like a
Like,
bowler.
Yeah, you just be a spin bowler. Like, the only time you would actually like exert.
Put it like this: there's been fat cricketers.
Yeah.
And
There's
they're good.
fat cricketers.
Yeah. But I hear what you're saying, and to be fair, I need to read that then, because that's a bit mad. Because if that's
There's a
what
whole video
if that's
about
what coaches are coming, so these are things
That's
that coaches
Actual coaches, like coaches with FA badges,
they've said that about
like
South Asian people.
they'll stereotype, like if they see a South Asian like player.
To be
they'll
honest
just
with you,
automatically
to be honest
think-
with you, obviously, the way like if you put it like this, the food that we eat in our culture anyway is quite sugary,
Yeah.
Sugary, high in
and
fat,
high in
high in
fat.
salt.
Yeah, I know, I
And
know.
obviously, to be honest, there are a lot of people, and I'm not trying to change the topic completely and get medical related, but later down the line, at old ages, a
Diabetes
lot
and
of
shit.
these, high cholesterols, diabetes,
yeah.
all of that stuff comes back, and it's obviously linked to this type of foods that they've been eating. So potentially, when people grow up, these might be problems that probably do
Yeah,
exist.
but I feel like we've changed
Like,
that kind of.
probably-
we
yeah.
eat a lot more healthy. We're more
Yeah,
conscious about our
and
health.
do you know what it is? That's what I feel like it is, because obviously
And I feel like we become more
only
fitter
what-
than our parents'
we're only what,
generation.
the second generation.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
second.
No,
Oh, I'm third.
No, as in second generation
Wait,
of your no. As
first
in,
generation
You
if you're
two,
born in
you,
another
you
country,
two were
innit?
the first. Well, Abs is not.
He's
But
not-
I'll
he's not
count. I'll count
We'll
him
count
in
it 'cause he was raised
First
here, yeah.
generation, as in you're born here.
Yeah.
My mum and dad were both born in England,
Yeah.
but
So you're second generation.
so I would say I'm second generation. I'm born here, but you lot are obviously as in. But you, even though your mum speaks
Your mum
very
was
fluent
raised.
English,
Was raised there.
Yeah, she was raised here.
but as
before
in,
that.
when you grew up, like I don't want to completely digress from the topic, but you probably ate a lot of home cooked food, as in traditional food, rather
so
than
my grand's gave more traditional food. My mum ate more British food because she was raised here, so she'd see that every day.
and it's like easier sort of as well to cook.
Yeah, so I feel like that.
So I'm saying a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of that might be linked to maybe the issue. I'm not gonna disregard the fact that a lot of coaches have come back and said those same things. I do feel like maybe there is just a stigma around it, and like a lot of obviously stereotypical thoughts that might happen. But to be honest, I guess the facts speak for themselves in terms
it's
of
true.
how
I mean,
many
hopefully we'll see
people
more-
are actually out there. And obviously
yeah.
that's only linked to sport and the fact that there's not representation in.
Is M Huncho South Asian?
Well, no, but
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
Allegedly.
I don't think we can even. I don't even know we can't even talk about that because he doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it wouldn't even matter if he was.
Yeah. Exactly.
If there was a South Asian
Rapper.
rapper, would you support him?
If he's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But-
I'm not in that camp where it doesn't
You
matter if
support
you're
someone 'cause
like,
they're shit,
I said
yeah.
I'm supporting Chowdhury for
Yeah.
Leicester, but that's because he's good. Like I'm not going to
Yeah.
support someone who's not good at what they do.
As in, you're not going to
Like
force.
I'm not going to
fanship.
support for the sake of supporting. You get me?
Yes.
But yeah, well, hopefully we'll see more representation in the
Yeah.
future. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more
I
artists,
mean, we've
photographers.
got a lot more to. There's a lot more to speak about.
Yeah,
on
but I
this
feel
topic.
like
Yeah.
we're going in a positive way
But,
in
yeah.
terms of
It's definitely positive.
Thing is, there's so many things that we could have focused on, i.e., Asian representation in sport, and probably have an hour-long conversation
Yeah.
on that. But
Yeah.
we didn't want to get too. We just wanted to cover the topic as a general
generalisation, probably
topic.
get
Yeah,
more
as a
people
general
on. But
topic at the moment.
in terms of representation in that culture,
yeah,
it's
I
going
think-
it's going well. I think I've seen a lot more
definitely.
photographers.
I feel like as each
a lot more like
generation,
social
as you said,
influencers.
each generation, I feel like it will get better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if whoever's listening, whether you know us or whether you don't, if you do want us to talk more about
Our experiences,
Asian,
or
no,
like
or just Asian representation,
what
or
we've
if
seen.
Yeah,
or if you
like-
have any valid points that
Yeah, or like any
you want
topics
to make
that
on
like
it, then
you
let us
kind
know.
of just think of.
Yeah, just drop us a comment, a DM on our socials, and yeah, we'll let you know,
And give us ideas.
and we'll let you
onto-
know, and
yeah,
give us
things.
ideas on what to talk about. But yeah,
Cool.
overall, well,
Yeah,
it was a good sesh. See you next week. Yeah,
yeah. See you guys next week.
yeah. All right, have a good one, guys. See ya.
Like, share, and subscribe.